Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Everybody, I'm waiting. I'm gonna be like those super famous influencers. I'm just waiting for people to start showing up. Hi, Rowan. You caught me doing the silly influencer skit. Welcome to Coffee Break. This is Coffee Break with Laura González. My name is Laura González, and this is a Coffee Break. Today, Wednesday, May 8th. Uh, I hope you have a lovely morning. And we have oracles today. We have the Celebration of Love by Eva Shakmar Sullivan. We have the Elemental Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. We have the Don Miguel Ruiz for agreements. And the Gospel of Aradia, also by Stacey Marco. You gotta be silly sometimes. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm silly 24/7. No, you should see me when I'm like serious teaching and I'm like on minister mode. It's it's a different game. Even people tell me like, how do you manage? Well, because you gotta be different things for different occasions. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to the celebration of love. Hi, Richard. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you. The hands are recovering a lot of strength. Thank you, goddess. All right, let's see what the celebration of love has for us today. May the divine let us see what needs to be seen, and may we use that information for the greater good. We have courage. Many, many, many lucks to you, Richard. Absolutely. The first card that we have today, coincidentally, is courage. And let's see what the message is. The card of courage. I love what you said, Rowan, about that we are not just one thing. No, we are too many things for too many occasions. Courage, short and sweet, the message. You are being inspired to break away from the group and find your power within. You are being inspired to break away from the group and find your power within. That is telling us about how the road could be lonely at times. But yeah, I thought about you exactly, Richard. Sometimes the difference between solitude and loneliness, because solitude is being on your own and being content with being on your own, and not the same as introversion. That's a completely different thing. But being in solitude, being comfortable with being in your own company, right? That's solitude. And loneliness is when a person is in solitude but not happy. It's probably not by their own choosing, and they're not happy. They just haven't found the happiness on solitude, so they get lonely. They have loneliness. Hello, Clau, and hello, Jan. Welcome to Coffee Break with Rabbi Laura. Today we have oracles. We already have the first one that said it's all about courage. So let's find the second one here with the Elemental Oracles by Stacy DeMarco. And let's see what we got. Boom. We have the Sun. Then we have Courage. Then we have the Sun. I like these messages. So the Sun says, what number is it? Number 6. The Moon and the Sun. Okay. So the Sun, keyword light. Keyword light. Be grateful for what you have right now. Every day brings new possibilities and opportunities. Concentrate on building your vitality and health. Shine a strong light upon the dark corners. Honesty and transparency are vital at this time. Methinks certain somebody is hijacking the oracles. I'm looking at you. You know who you are. Hello, La Megan. So the card is the Sun. Be grateful for what you have right now. Every day brings new possibilities and opportunities. Concentrate on building your vitality and health. Shine a strong light upon the dark corners. Honesty and transparency are vital at this time. La Megan. It's been a while since I saw you last. We saw you last at the, what was that event? With Freedom Lee. Yeah. So speaking of events, Saturday we have Lucha Vegan, the second installment of Lucha Vegan, and that is gonna be at Sound Growler, Tilly Park. Lucha Vegan, second installment. And then at night on the 11th, we have the Tonatsin Mestli Honoring the Moon ceremony. Hello, Marisa. I wonder if Marisa's ever going to make it to one of the moons or the folks in Chicago. Like Megan, you should come as well. So the Tonantzin Mestli moon ceremony will happen on the 11th and is from 6 to 8 p.m. So it's not that late. And especially now in Chicago, you know, it's still very sunny. Finally, the sun is staying up until 8 o'clock. I will never now be amazed about the weather in Chicago because on winter, the sunset is around 4 o'clock. And then on spring and summer, the sun comes down at 8 o'clock, sometimes 9 o'clock. It just amazes me. When I first came to Chicago, I was like, why is the sunny so late? Because, of course, I came during summer. I arrived to Chicago on August 11th of 1998. And the sunset was extremely late that night. And nevertheless, our ceremonies are honoring the moon. And they're from 6 to 8, so it's not too late. Here in Pilsen at the space called Papalokalli. And then on Sunday, we have our online class, Decolonizing the Goddess, Mayahuel, the maguey goddess. If you want to hear all about the sacredness of mezcal and tequila and drunkenness, but it's not only that, it's also about prosperity, sustainability, and all the beautiful things that Mayahuel signifies on our culture, related to the name of the country, by the way, and why we call it Mexico, which is a surprise. A lot of scholars are not happy about that, but come to learn about it. Come to the class. Come to the Mayahuel class on Sunday. They're still only $30. And of course, I got more announcements, but more after the next oracle card. Let's see what we're gonna do. This one. Release self-judgment. It's about the agreement. Don't take anything personally. Release self-judgment. And I read, even the opinions, let me read like this. Even the opinions you have about yourself are not necessarily true. Therefore, you do not need to take whatever you hear in your own mind personally. You know that moment when your mind is just telling you all these horrible things about yourself? That's what this is telling us. Like, a dear friend of mine uh, told me what she called that voice, and now I find it funny. Some people are not, I usually don't use this word unless, you know, but in this case, the expression is a little funny, because it's your own um, imposter syndrome speaking. So she called it the bitch in the basement. So now I call it that, the BB. And yeah, I'm like, why are you lying to me? What's your deal? Like, facts. You're lying. So even the opinions you have about yourself are not necessarily true. Therefore, you do not need to take whatever you hear in your own mind personally. Oftentimes, we are our worst enemy. Speaking of which, um, come July, we're going to have a workshop called Tezcatlipoca, which is all about shadow work. And of course, we got to get through the workshop on cleansing your space, Mexican Limpias for your home, which is the one happening on May 19th. By the way, if you have never learned about Limpias, is the traditional work that is done energetically to cleanse people. Usually is done to cleanse people, or the majority of people know it as a way to cleansing people, but I have done it also to cleanse houses, businesses, places of worship, altars, etc., because energetically all that needs to be cleansed. So in this workshop, we're going to learn to do all that. We're going to learn how to recognize the energy, know when it's needed to happen, how to do it, and we're going to go to the big, to the small, to the small, to the small. So first is going to be how to cleanse a house, then how to cleanse your business, then how to cleanse your altar or place of worship, and then how to cleanse yourself and or another person, right? And the tickets are still $65. We extended the early bird, and of course the first 9 tickets sold like hotcakes, and now that we extended the early bird, they don't want to go. So please join us, please join us at this workshop. It's going to be 3 hours. It's going to be hands-on. You're going to get to create your own oil mix, whether to cleanse your house or to bring positive energy to yourself. So 2 options on whatever oil that you want to make. And it's going to be in Ravenswood on May 19th from noon to 3. And I have been doing this work of cleansings longer than I've been doing cards. I started doing cleansings when I was like 12 years old. And I used to cleanse the houses of my teachers. The first ever big house that I ever cleansed was my math teacher. As a teenager, mind you. Of course, laws in Mexico are different. But yeah, so come and get all these 30 years of experience on this workshop, 3 hours. I'm going to try to cram 30 years of experience in 3 hours. Yeah, that's what's happening on May 19th. So tickets are on bio, but you can go here and find everything and anything that I'm doing. Linktree Magia Cerati, LINKTR.ee/MAGIACERATI. Whew, I'm getting better at spelling that. All right, let's do the last of our oracle cards for today. We have courage, we have light, we have true. Let's see what Aradia or Aradia has for us, which is games. Games. Let's see what about the games. Games. Here it is. Games. Games should be above board and full of fun. They should never be underhanded, covert, mean-spirited, or harmful in any way. If someone is playing a strategic game against you, understand it for what it is, indeed a game, and change the rules to suit yourself. Seek the light-hearted company of others. A celebration will soon be announced. A lighter heart is sometimes apt when a game between two is played. One gets to know the other a little better, and opinions might be changed or swayed. But games too can be wild and dark, hiding what is and what will be. Batter and bruise the way may go. A win and bring no guarantee. Hi, AJ. Megan says, I felt that energy right away when you pulled the card. Of the games? Oh, people playing too many games. Yeah, there's a lot of extremely complicated games happening in the world right now. Hi, AJ. AJ, I'm going to be at your neck of the woods soon. Actually, the 18th and the 19th, I'm going to be in Ravenswood. The 18th, I'm going to be at the patio opening for Mindful Baking Cafe. My dear Diane invited me to be at the patio opening for Mindful Baking Cafe on the 18th. We're going to be there, I think, from 12 to 5. And then on the 19th, the cleansing your space Mexican Limpias for your home. It's also going to be in Ravenswood on the 19th. And tickets are still on discounted price. We extended the early bird until Friday. Friday is the last day of the early bird. Okay, let me read this one more time. AJ, I hope you've been okay. It's been a long time. Games should be above board and full of fun. They should never be underhanded or covert, mean-spirited or harmful in any way. If someone is playing a strategic game against you, understand it for what it is, indeed a game, and change the rules to suit yourself. Seek the light-hearted company of others. A celebration will soon be announced. A lighter heart is something apt when a game between two is played. One gets to know the other a little better, and opinions might be changed or swayed. But games too can be wild and dark, hiding what is and what will be. Batter and bruise the way may go, and win and bring no guarantee. So there's a lot of truth and honesty that we've been advised to pay attention. Whoops! This Wednesday on our oracle reading, and yeah, I guess that's the message, right? To be courageous, to be truthful, to be honest, and to look into the light, to bring light into things. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you Friday with yeah, no, I will see you Friday. I'm looking at the different place on my, so every time you see me that I do this is I'm looking at my calendar. I'll see you Friday with another coffee break. And until we meet again, hopefully I'll see you at Lucha Vegan or at the Tonantzin Mestli ceremony, or I will see you online at the Mayahuel class. And until we meet again, never forget that you are loved. And please get your ticket for the Mexican Limpias. BB, I know. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great, great rest of your week. Bye bye. Bye bye, Insta.